Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, February 12th, 2026, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much. As you come on, please feel free to say hi, make a comment, give a heart, a thumbs up, any kind of reaction, a like, a follow, a subscribe. All the stuff does help me very much. So thank you very much. We've already got over on YouTube. Julie, good morning to you. First one here on YouTube this morning. And then Susan, good morning. Hilda, good morning. Susan, you can watch for about an hour and then you'll catch replay. No problem. Sounds great, Susan. Thank you. Lissy, good morning. Good to see you, Lissy. Sue, different Sue, is in sunny Green Bay, Wisconsin. Good morning to you. And V, good morning from a chilly Southern California. Last week was in shorts and sunglasses, 70s and 80s. This week, 60s and rain. But the frogs outside are happy. That's hilarious. So, yeah, in Texas, where I am, in Midlothian, it is 52 right now, but it's going to be in the 70s, and we will need sunglasses later. It's going to be nice and warm weather. But Saturday with on Valentine's Day, it's supposed to rain all day. So there you go. Let me check my thing is not enhancing my appearance. I had to fix that. See the difference? You got to put on that filter if you can. I was like, something's happening with this face. Anyway, let's see. Chris, good morning. Finally got time to watch a live. Yay, Chris. Haven't seen you in a while on live. I've talked to you. Let's see. Seal, good morning to you. Charlotte, good morning over on Facebook. I think you're the first one on Facebook to say hi. Yay. It's harder to find my video on Facebook, so good job. Martha, good morning on Facebook. Sue, you have this suite coming. Great. I think you'll love it. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Robin, good morning, sunshine. Debbie, good morning. And Linda, good morning in Idaho. Great to see everybody. Okay, so hope you're having a great day. Again, my name's Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is my full-time business. I've been a demonstrator for 24 years, and I do it as a full-time business, so I offer lots of events, free videos like this, as well as retreats, cruises. I'm starting to offer a one-day retreat, local, obviously, and lots of events and classes that are offered to go as well. So there you go. Lots of stuff I offer. So check me out. Go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, and you can, let's see if I have a thing right here, stamptherapist.com. You can read more about me, my events, my specials, everything. Okay. Also, let me put this on the screen real quick. I will remind you that later today, I will add timestamps to this particular video that will allow you to jump around to the portion of the video you want, straight to the stamping, straight to card 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm making 4 cards today, or whatever section you want to. I will add those manually, and then tomorrow I'll add a link right up here in the corner that will take you straight to the blog, stamptherapist.com. Again, that's where you find all the info. What are my events? There's tabs at the top. If you look at it on a device, I like to click, if you scroll down a little, you'll see a word like see web version. That's what I like to see, is the web version. Then you can look at all my links at the top, like events, join my team, join the club, etc. So I am actually using this bundle today, Nature's Symphony, to make 4 cards. And this is a class you can purchase or get free. And I'm using one greeting from Banner Sayings on one of my cards. You could obviously substitute that something else if you don't have that set. But anyway, that's what I'm using to make my 4 cards today. So FYI. And again, they will be offered as a class or free with an order. Let me go back to comments on my screen here. All right. Then What else is going on? So I'm going to tell you about my events first. If you're new to my videos, I talk a lot at the beginning. I update you about Stampin' Up! News, Jennifer news, my events. I give you a lot of updates so we can find out things about specials and how promotions work, things like that. I sometimes help demonstrators understand things that maybe, they're just not as crazy about the business side as I am, so I can explain how things work if that question gets asked, stuff like that. So I talk a lot and then I do my stamping at the end. So again, if you're watching on replay, you can skip around or speed up I like to speed up any videos I watch. I put them on one, depending on how fast the person talks, between 1.2 and usually 1.5 speed, so I can watch it faster but get all the info. Anyway, that's a side note. But I love you guys who watch me live. I love it. Thank you very much. And either way, if you're live or replay, please give a comment. It does help. Even on YouTube, where you have to make the comment down below, that helps me so much. So thank you very much. Even if you're watching live and you want to go hit the replay and just say hi again, that helps. So thanks. I appreciate it. Okay. Events. Let's start with my events that are coming up. I was hoping to have a couple more links set up by today, but I realized yesterday it's not going to happen. Just skip it. Do them later. I'll just tell you about them. But anyway, all of my events that I offer are going to include a PDF tutorial, and you can purchase that anywhere in the world. They will include us cutting, die cutting, punching, and embossing everything possible. Unless otherwise stated, you probably need to own the featured bundle dies for most of my events, and that will be stated when you register. You'll cut your own kit components or designer paper if it's included with the fee. And again, I didn't say this, but anyone in the United States can purchase my classes. They're all offered to go, and anyone in the world can purchase the PDF tutorials. So of course, my team gets those for free. All right, so yay team. Hey MJ, good morning from freezing New York. I just saw pictures you posted from our crafting cruise right before I went live, so I didn't get to look at them. I just saw that you made a post, so go check out MJ's post about our crafting cruise if y'all want to see more and see how much fun it is. But anyway, over on Facebook that was. Okay, events. So anyone in the US can take them. The first events I'll talk about are my monthly classes. I do 3 classes every single month without fail. Stamp a Stack, which is cards. And I have a sample here of last month's. Stamp a Stack, wall art, 12 by 12 wall art, like that. And card class, 4 cards, just 4 cards, period, no product included. So this month, all 3 are in person as usual, February 21st in Cedar Hill, Texas. Or take it to go, and they're mailed February 23rd. Card class is 4 cards. Again, just kind of like today's video, but just 4 cards with no product included that are free with an online purchase the week of the class, or you can attend in person and use my stamps on February 21st. So if you are local in Texas, you should come join us in person. We have a lot of fun. I have great helpers. Shirley and Robin and Terry and sometimes other people help me out. And everyone there, like there's a lot of camaraderie. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, you can take it to go to. More info on that will come out next week. And then the next 2 are the product-based classes. So they're going to include some designer paper, ribbon, whatever, with the fee, over $20 in merchandise. Register for those by this Sunday, February 15th. And they are Stamp a Stack, which is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. And wall art, which is that 12 by 12 framed art that you can give as a gift, decorate your home, decorate your craft room, etc. Change it out monthly in a shadow box, all the stuff. Both include over 20 in merch, PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible still for these classes, including the featured bundle dies. You do need to own the dies, though, so you can stamp and die cut out if that's a thing. Wall art, again, is 12 by 12. You do get the 12 by 12 piece with it. And these are examples of some past ones right here. This is Valentine one is the one from last month. This month we're using, let me read it again on here. keep forgetting the name of this one. Simply Beautiful Bundle. It is gorgeous gold foil accent designer paper. It's going to be gorgeous, but I'm designing them Sunday. I will not have time before Sunday. I might Saturday, but probably not because Saturday's Valentine's Day. It's going to be Sunday, and then I'll send out a quick sneak peek. So if you want to wait till you see the sneak peek, watch your emails. Make sure you're on my email list so you can be there, get that Sunday. Okay. Card class is Easter, the Easter basket bundle. So you're going to make 8 adorable Easter cards. I have not designed those yet either, but they're going to be cute because that bundle is so cute. And this was last month. So again, you make 2 of each. So last month we made these 8 cards. I do have, I think, 1 packet of this left for sale. But anyway, by the way, the prices for these 2 classes are $38. That includes, for club members, I should say, $38 for club members, $40 for non-club. Either way, sign up by Sunday. And I did forget to say the club, if you join, is discounted. You can cancel anytime. You get a free gift from me after 6 consecutive months of being a member. And I guess that's it. Let me look at my graphic. What else am I supposed to say? Let's see. Save $2 per month. Cancel anytime. Occasional additional gifts. Free gift after 6 consecutive months. Includes over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You cut your designer paper. PDF is included. Yeah. So 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. Here's an example of the packet. And just for example, it'll include, if we include designer paper, 99.9% of the time, we do not cut it in half. So even if it's half a pack, they're 12 by 12 sheets. Great. Makes your paper go further. Embellishment, what I include with it is different each month. And then there's the packet. You can see how some stuff is die cut for them in there, and it's in order by card, all the stuff packaged very well. Okay, so that's an example. This one is still for sale, by the way. Shipping is additional, but you can combine shipping for wall art, Stamp-A-Stack, and card class, which is great. So save. Thank you, Lisa. She says, I love your wall art. On the cruise, we do almost always a wall art class, and a lot of the people there had never made those before. And like one even joined my club from being on the cruise. Another signed up for this month's class, you know, just as a single. So you should check out wall art. It's a lot of fun. Okay, there we go. That's those classes. Next is bingo. Sunday. Sunday's the deadline to sign up for a bunch of stuff. So just register for everything. Sunday is the deadline to sign up for bingo. It is on Zoom. It is with the Easter basket bundle. So more Easter cards. They're so cute. Give Easter cards to everybody. Take them with you to restaurants. Pass them out at all your functions, church, work, hairdresser, like wherever you're going. Go to the bank, give them an Easter card, because you're going to want to make $1 million with this adorable bundle. You'll make 4 cards at this class. We will also play bingo games for a chance to win door prizes, and then we'll stamp together on Zoom. And that's probably, well, to me, that's the most fun part of bingo, is that we're on Zoom. We can get to know each other better. We can chat. You can get to know other people from all over the US, plus me. And I do make the cards on the Zoom. Now, some people leave during that portion for whatever, personal reasons, or they don't want to stamp, and that's fine, but you have the opportunity to stay. We are making 4 adorable cards on bingo. Look at this one with this brand new embossing folder. Is that not adorable, that folder? So we're making that one, this one. You do need to own the bundle. We haven't die cut those for you, but we've cut and embossed anything else for this class. We've pre-cut what we think will sell, but we'll cut more if more people than that estimate registers. So you'll make those 4 cards. You get a small goodie bag of product and a chance to win prizes. Now, bingo is on, did I have it on the screen there? I forgot the date. February 26th at 6:30 p.m. Central on Zoom. And then register by Sunday, and the class packet will be mailed or ready for pickup on February 20th. What date is that? Is that a holiday? No, this Monday's a holiday. I'm mailing it on a Friday. Okay. Anyway, I got panicked about the holiday a little while ago. I was like, am I mailing stuff? Okay, I'm going to stick these on the other side here because Scott's going to come get them during the video because he's working on that in the other room. He's working on that class packet. Okay. Talked about bingo. Next up is my coming soon. So it is confirmed. I am doing, hey, Carmen, good morning. Julie, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Feel free to share the video also. You can share it on YouTube and Facebook. You can click the arrow. I don't see it on my screen here because I have it enlarged, but oh, there it is. You can click the arrow, and even if you just copy the link and don't post it anywhere, I think it helps with Facebook and YouTube showing it to more people. So they're like, oh, people like this, they're sharing it. So even if you don't have anyone to share it with, click share, click copy link, and then do nothing, right? But anyway, thank you. It does help, Julie, so thank you very much. Pat, good morning. Good to see you here, Pat, another of our cruisers. Okay, so next up, I am confirmed. I am doing a one-day retreat on May 16th, 2026 in Cedar Hill, Texas. I just ran out of time to set up my event link. Will be limited space, so I can only take a certain number of people. And it's in Cedar Hill, Texas. It will be all day, and you will be able to, it will include 4 stamping projects and a goodie bag of product, but you'll have plenty of time to work on anything you want and use some of my supplies. I'll bring a limited amount of stamps, dies, punches. I'm trying to think of the stuff we bring to these, but anyway, and you'll be able to bring in your own stuff and work on your projects. So that is May 16th in Cedar Hill. And then, oh, the other is coming soon also that I tried to get together yesterday, but I couldn't. The April 2026 retreat in a box. We are having an in-person retreat, which actually there's one spot open for April if anyone wants to come in person in Rainbow, Texas. But otherwise, you can take it to go. There will be 2 optional classes that you can add on or take individually, and April and I are finalizing all those details right now. So there we go. That's all coming. Don't forget, don't forget, Stampin' Up's got a virtual album retreat coming soon. So details on that, more details will be coming out, and you can register starting March 18th. So just kind of put it in your little notes, save up your rewards. You can apply them to the fee. It's going to include exclusive stamps and, of course, exclusive projects and videos and all the stuff. And you could buy that and then bring it to my retreat May 16th and work on it there. So there you go. You could also bring it to the April in-person retreat if you're coming to that. But the one day also. Okay. Last but not least is the cruise to Alaska. You should join April McCray and I in August 2027 out of Seattle, Washington, going to Sitka, Skagway, Juneau, Endicott Arm, and Dawes Glacier viewing, and Victoria, Canada, on Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas. So August 2 through 9, we're, I think, about halfway full, so we still have space, but come on, sign up now. And you will have until like April 2027 to pay this off, and you can pay in any increments you want. So that gives you a longer time to pay it off if you register now. Everyone can come. You can bring spouses, children, etc., and they do not have to do the crafting portion. Only those who select to do the crafting portion do that, and the rest can do whatever they want. It includes 4 self-paced classes and demonstrations and all kinds of stuff. So, and of course, cruises are amazing. All meals are included, 24/7 room service, pools, entertainment, trivia, bars, nightclubs, and more. Okay, so let's look at some pictures here. Wrong direction. This is from this year's cruise, 2026. So we do separate tables for the classes. You see some people with at their class table there. You're going to meet new friends. We have a door decorating contest. Gifts. This is a picture of all the gifts they received this year. I think that's actually, there's one gift not in there because you get a prize also, like a separate door prize that's everybody wins different. So I didn't put a door prize in there, but anyway, you get a lot of gifts from us, basically a gift every day. And then just fun. Again, separate crop tables from the class tables. Sometimes there's food in the crop room. You can celebrate special occasions on the ship. You can get French onion soup, which is probably, maybe the best part of the whole cruise, the French onion soup, etc. So you should join us. Okay, that is the end of events. Hopefully you will want to sign up for something. If you are not on my email list, make sure you join it right now. You can join up here in Facebook, down here on YouTube, and that will allow you to be notified and get the links sent directly to you. Shirley, good morning. Thanks for sharing. And Lori, good morning. Jennifer and Britt. I don't know where Britt is right now, actually. I have no idea where she is. But around chicken time, she'll be in here, I'm sure. So join the email list, and you will get links sent directly to you to register for all this stuff, including tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. I will send the link to, I will send recipe cards for all 4 cards that I'm making today. That will include the list of supplies and the measurements. They look like this, and the picture. You can print those off. You can save them to your device, all the stuff. And you need to be on my email list. They only go out one time only, the day after the video at 9 a.m. Central. That's it. I don't resend. And in that same email at the bottom will be links to register for all the stuff that I've set up links for so far. So bingo, the monthly classes, join the club, etc. There'll also be links to purchase today's class if you choose to do that, which I'll talk about in a minute. Okay, don't forget to redeem your bonus days coupons by February 28th. Make sure you redeem those, y'all. Don't forget, they will expire. There's no exceptions. If you're a demonstrator or a customer, they expire February 28th, and you can redeem them with any demonstrator you select. You just put the code in when you're placing an order. Don't forget that last chance list was updated, I guess, a little over a week ago now. There are great deals in there, and also just some stuff, even if it's not discounted, you might want it, and it's while supplies last. Anything in the last chance category in our online store is while supplies last. And then don't forget about the craft classes you can register for. It says, yeah, I did fix it. So they're either $25 or $30, depending on which one you register for. And these are literally just online classes. You supply all the paper. Stampin' Up! Gives you a full range of tips. Of course, all the measurements and PDF and all the stuff. But each class is packed full of stamping tips. Hopefully that makes sense. So you can get those right there on my online store as well. And then product of the month. Don't forget, I finally have my paper now. I haven't had time to make anything with it yet. This paper is called Painted Illusions. It is only $5 with a $75 purchase. And there are 3 each of 4 designs. This is the first one. So you get 3 sheets of this. That's front and back Painted Illusions. Gorgeous. And then 3 of this one. The fish scales there. And the like leafy, abstract leafy blue and green there. Super cute. 3 of those. This is while supplies last with a $75 order. You can add this on for only $5. Limit 1 per person. Am I turning these on? There we go. Limit 1 per person. I think that's all I need to say. You can only add on 1 product of the month to any individual order. So if the ones from previous months are still available, you can still get them. But you have to pick which one you want or place separate orders. 75, 75, 75. So that is the product of the month. And whether you select that or not, if you place a $75 order or more with me during the month, you get my free product of the month tutorial that these awesome 12 ladies design we each design one project, and we type up a tutorial, and I email that out to you at the end of the month with just a $75 or more online order, whether you selected the product of the month or not. Here is just, again, the paper for this month that just started while supplies last. And there are some samples there to the right. Also, on last week's blog post, I posted individual additional samples there that you can check out. So go check it out. I know Linda says very stunning paper. Definitely, Linda. There's the samples also, more samples. Again, I posted bigger pictures of these on my blog last week. So stamptherapist.com if you want to check those out. And then I'm looking at the screen here. Okay, so that's product of the month. Pretty cool. We'll be doing that every month until if Stampin' Up decides not to do it anymore, but I think it's going pretty well. So, okay, subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. What is today's date? The 12th. It's too late to get February's. I did not update this. So now we're in the March Paper Pumpkin subscription period. So ignore the spring one. It's too late. You missed out if you didn't get it. But Fluttering Garden, if you subscribe or pre-purchase Paper Pumpkin now, you will get the Fluttering Garden kit. Obviously, it's hummingbird themed, as you see there. Let me see what I have here. I was trying to see if I had, nope. Okay. Let me go back. So hummingbird themed. Let me look at my notes here about this kit. Let me see what it says. Fluttering Garden makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with coordinating envelopes, textured white card bases, pre-cut paper pieces, and sentiments. Of course, you get a stamp set like always. You get, oh, it says free additional stamp set included. Free additional stamp set in March. I think March is their birthday, and that's when they usually give an extra stamp set. So you're going to get 2 stamp sets for the price of 1 in March. Create charming cards with a hummingbird motif for Mother's Day and more. So don't worry, it won't be only Mother's Day. I don't know if they've given a sneak peek yet for demonstrators. I haven't checked that, but those hummingbirds look really pretty. So you can subscribe or pre-purchase, like prepay, where it doesn't come out every month, right on my website. Just go to my shopping website and then go to Paper Pumpkin, and you'll see all your options. And you can cancel it anytime, of course, under your own account. You just log in, go to your Paper Pumpkin and cancel it, and or pause it. And you can do that anytime, obviously. So, but you want to get the hummingbirds by March. Yes, March 10th is the deadline. Okay, let's see. Can't wait for the March Paper Pumpkin kit. Yes, it's going to be pretty. I'm getting my Painted Illusions paper today, Debbie. Awesome. Pam, good morning, and everyone. Beautiful day here in Fort Worth. Yes, definitely. We're going to have very nice weather here in Texas today, y'all. MJ said, such beautiful paper. Terry, good morning. I missed you, Terry, coming in. All right. Don't forget, as y'all come in or on, or even if you're watching replay, please feel free to give a heart, a like, a thumbs up, a comment. All the stuff helps. And you can click share and just click the copy link, and it's like you shared it. Okay. I'm going to, I think, point the camera down now. I've got some show and tell. I'm going to talk about that Stampin' Positioner again, of course, because it's free, and then move into the stamping. But before I point it down, I do want to make sure everybody knows you're all invited to join my team. I have an amazing team of demonstrators. We're currently about 170 team members under me. And I say currently because, you don't have to stay active. So people drop out every 3 or 4 months and come back and in and out, and new people come on and all the stuff. So we're about 170. And we'd love to have you join us. It's no obligation, no pressure, but we do have fun in our group. We have, what is it called? Zoom crafting nights once a month. I do business trainings that are optional. We have creative contests over in our Facebook group where you can create and post your samples, and tons of other stuff, recognition, awards, monthly gatherings, all the stuff. In fact, here are the make and takes from our monthly gathering this month, which is completely optional to add this on. You can watch the meeting or join it in person if you're local, and we do it in person for free, but these are an optional add-on. They're only $10 or 10 plus ship. Is it 10? Yeah, how much are they? I think it's $10. I'm pretty sure it's 10. I can't remember now. Anyway, I don't know why I'm blanking out on that, but if Robin's here, she'll tell me. Robin, how much is the make and takes? I don't know why I'm forgetting the price. Anyway, they're cheap. They're much cheaper than my other classes. And we do cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything we can normally on these. And then like this month was a Zoom meeting, so we just mailed these out if you chose mailing, or some people are picking them up from me. And there's a PDF and all the stuff. So it's another meeting perk. Also swaps. So I'll point, I'll show the swaps after I show the Stampin' Positioner. But anyway, let me put the camera down. Okay, thank you, Robin. She actually is a awesome one of our team members, and she helps by setting up that link each month for everybody to register. So she remembers the pricing better than me. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera. Oh, just turned it off. I gotta remember how. Sorry. To point it down, and I may have to position this because I didn't do good with that. Yeah, it's a little off center. Okay, not too bad though, honestly. Maybe I'll just move the camera or move the stuff. Anyway, today, first I want to show you the Stampin' Positioner again, and a little sneak peek sample from the new product that's coming out in March. So you can add that to your starter kit. It's an incredibly cute, sweet. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say I do have some more new product I'm going to show y'all before I start stamping also, if I remember. I was looking for, what am I looking for? Can't think. Oh, the flyer. I've got a little flyer about this somewhere. I'm a hot mess. Can y'all tell? Exclusive join offer. When you join the team in through March 2nd only. It does go through March 2nd, not just February. You pay $99 plus tax. You get a Sharpie. $99 plus tax, free shipping, and you select up to 125 in product of your choice, including the new pre-order stuff that I showed y'all a bunch of last week, and I'm going to show you a little bit more today. And then you get the Stampin' Positioner for free, and it's a $49 value. That's what it will be priced when we start selling it later this year, hopefully. And then, like I said, you get the perks of being on my team. You can participate in the card swap if you want. I just told y'all we have about 170, and this is how many did the card swap. So obviously that's optional. But anyway, that's free. So the value is well over $200 with tax and shipping that you would pay for all this stuff, but you only pay $99 plus tax. It's basically half price. Okay. The Stampin' Positioner is Stampin' Up's new stamp positioning tool. Great for anyone who has trouble lining things up, who just prefers this method of stamping because it is different than the clear blocks. Maybe you have arthritis, shaky hands, any other thing that causes you to have a little trouble using clear blocks. Oh, I don't have another one die cut. I got it. Hold on. I'm trying to make this swap. So as I demonstrate the positioning tool, I keep cutting more and more. This is a swap I'm going to make for a swap I'm participating in. So anyway, I've pre-cut this. This is from the super cute bundle, again, in the pre-order. But I did this thing that we used to do on the other positioning tool, which we're not allowed to sell anymore, where I placed this outline of my die cut on the paper, the grid paper, which is sold separately, and die cut this die from it, which comes with this new pre-order. Okay. And I figured out where the stamp needs to be on the skinny plate. And now I can just put this die back, or I can die cut, like I need to make 16 or something of these cards. So I can put it in there. I can get the magnet to hold this little die cut piece down. Otherwise it's going to flop around. I'm going to ink up my image with Strawberry Slush. This is You're the Sweetest. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Good to see you here. Hello again, Linda, over on YouTube. Yes. Yeah. Y'all can watch me on multiple channels. Even more helpful. Okay, I'm just inking it up. Good, right? Strawberry Slush. One thing I figured out that I need to do when I use this one is before I press it, the stamp down, make sure that the bottom here is straight. So I just take my finger and straighten it out, kind of straight line here, straight line with the bottom, so that it stamps the same every time. And then of course I'm just going to press down, give it a little and pick it up. And now my thing is where I want it. Now, can I stamp that with my clear block? Yes. This is a tool for people who want this service, right? You want that, you need it, there you go. And of course, this is not the most difficult thing to align, but there are things that are difficult to align, right? We could do it with a flower that's got all the weird shapes or whatever. So there's that thing. And of course, I can reuse this because the grid is perfectly, the grid paper is going to go back exactly where I had it if I remove this and put it back because of these little holes and the holes in the grid paper. So that's cool. And then, of course, I'm just showing this again to show anyone who hasn't seen how to use the positioning tool yet. I did mark this grid paper where I want to or need to put the paper for where I positioned this jelly jar. I can't remember. It's been a minute. Yeah, I can't remember where I need to place the magnets. So when a tip on this tool is you have to make your paper big enough that the magnets can fit around your designer or your cardstock. So if it's a small piece like mine, because I'm just going to stamp this and die cut it out, make the paper big enough that the magnets can still hold down the paper. So that's where it needs to be. I'm going to ink it up. This is a jelly jar. So cute. And it's huge. I showed this bundle and suite last week. It comes out in March, but you could add it to your starter kit now, or you can buy it from me in March. I'm sure I'm inking this fine, but just want to be sure there. Just tapped it all over, didn't get it on my clear block. And then straight down, but I did find that just for me, who knows, I needed a little more pressure up there in the top right. But of course, if I don't get it good, I can place it back down. But I did get it good. So just showing it again. You can do all, you know, you can put the paper wherever you want. You can use the little corner alignment, which my team, we had our team meeting Saturday, like I said, and a lot of people said they are loving that corner alignment because it's in the same exact place every time. So they just turn their stamp a different direction, which is fine. Brittany just came over here, by the way. Hello. Anyway, so there we go. I showed this last week as well, and I did, oh my gosh, I hope you didn't step in this. I did another fast video that's on my YouTube and Facebook page. So there you go. Just another demonstration there. Hey, Corinne, good morning. Thanks for sharing. And y'all can get this free right now. If you are a demonstrator and you didn't buy this, nope, you gotta go, girl. You gotta go, girl. Say hi to everybody. Show your face. Show them your pretty face. Say, oh, I'm the prettiest cat ever. No, she's so cute. If you didn't buy it, you missed out because we had a pre-order period. It will become available later, but they don't have a date yet. I think they're just waiting to see inventory. That's my guess, you know. But anyway, I'm sure they've ordered more and all the stuff. It does have a foam on the bottom too to help it from sliding around. Oh, my foam is getting cat hair all over it, but you know. Okay. Now, oh, quick, more show and tell. Let me move this paper. Keep all my stuff together or I will lose it. Here are the swaps from our team meeting, and my team actually is the ones who get to vote on their favorite swap, and then that person wins a prize. So we had some amazing swaps. This one's from Yolanda. I was going to say Elaine. Yolanda. And I'm just saying my team had some tough choices on their favorite swap, don't y'all think? But the winner gets $20 in merch of their choice from me. This one is from Evelyn. By the way, shout out to my team. Every single person put their name on the back of the swaps this time. Good job. This is from Evelyn. Beautiful. Oh, this is the suite I'm using today, except she used the product of the month words. But this is from what I'm using today. It's Nature's Symphony. That was Evelyn. This one is Dorothy. The adorable bugs. Look how cute they are. And that. Boom, boom, boom. So cute. It's one of those, whatever these stand-up cards are called. This one is from Mary Ann. Yes, this one opens twice. 1, 2. Isn't that adorable? See what I'm saying about the choices they had to make? This one came with a white envelope. Very fancy. From Martha. And again, the cute bug paper. And she embossed it, like glued it down and then embossed it. Can you see it? I don't know, but I can see it in real life. With that new embossing folder and product of the month words there. I think those are still available, but I'm not 100. I'll show this one next because this was our winner. Elaine Holly. Elaine. Got some shimmer paper on here. She used the foam adhesive sheets to die cut out those letters so they were automatically popped up. Exactly. And then this was our winner by Robin Barnes. And this card does not open this way. It's a different type. Sorry, Robin, your thing came off. Put that little guy back there. My cards do that too. So you can flip it here, but really you want to pull this out and it's like a little bitty note card. So it's a thing. This is a die I'm using today from Lovely Arrangement. So you just cut that and make the hole and pop this up on dimensionals. And that's how you have that slot there. Super simple. And then just make your little card just slip inside there. This is also a great thing. If you can get that hole cut in the front of a gift bag and then put a little card there, super cute. Okay, isn't that gorgeous though? And she won, but the team got to vote, not me. I like to let other people pick winners. Okay, I also got some cards in the mail. And this is Lori Hall, who's here today, I believe. So it's like a pocket here. That part does not open. And then she's got the 2 hearts there on either side. And then when you pull it out, sending lots of love hugs, Lori. Thank you, Lori. So pretty. Love this paper. And then this, hold on, my stuff's all mixed up. This is from Allison. Allison's so good at sending cards, like always. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a great day. As I watch your, Allison's a doctor, legit. So she's got doctor's handwriting, but you are amazing. See how much she's a doctor. To the best friend a girl could ever ask for. It's so cute. And she just put it in like a regular envelope. She made one of those long cards. Love it, Allison. This one is from Brenda, I think. Brenda's on here. Brenda with this super cute shaker card. I think she combined a little non-Stampin' Up with a little Stampin' Up. Perfect. And it's a Z fold, Brenda. Good job. She knows it like a Z fold. Look how she put that word right there. So, and this covers it up. That's perfect. Super cute, Brenda. Who is this one from? This is from, hold on. Oh, Diane. Thank you, Diane. Look at this gorgeous card. This is just like a thank you for, she just being nice. That was Diane. Yep. And then this is from Linda, I think. And yes, this is a Christmas card. It got mailed to a P.O. box that we don't check as often, so I'm sorry, Linda, but thank you, Linda. And then I got some other, oh, this one's from Linda Carver. That was Linda Gray. Linda Carver. Linda always sends fun folds. I don't remember how it opens, Linda. It's been a minute since oh, there it is. Linda always sends fun folds with a little note stamped on paper on the inside. That's her style, or her, what's that called? That's her thing, but I can't think of the word. But anyway, that's Linda's thing. Yes, Lisa, right? So cute. Okay, I got some returned cards here that came back to me. Who is this one from? Sue Zastro. Jennifer, thank you for all the goodies. Tissues perfect for my purse. Love it, girl. Oh yeah, that was for an order special. Look at this. So it has a window sheet behind it, which gives it all that shine. So cool. And then another Christmas card. This is from my friend Kim. It came a while back. She's got one of those spinner things from Amazon on here. It came a while back, but I forgot to show it. But it came after Christmas, which no shade on that. Trust me. And this one's from Linda Carver. I'm just behind on showing these, but I love to show off what y'all make. See, Linda's signature, that's the word I was looking for. Her signature is the note stamped on a piece of paper and a fun fold. That's Linda's signature. And then two more here. Barbara Ragsdale. Barbara, thank you so much. This folder is awesome. Thank you, Barbara. And last but not least, Renee Cole. Beautiful. This is like, I don't know if she embossed. I think she did emboss that paper, but it gives it a very nice texture. Thank you, Renee. All right. I finally caught up with showing y'all all the awesome cards I've received in a while. See, my thing is empty now. Okay, let's go. Let's do some card making. All right. I kind of need to use the bathroom, to be honest, but it's fine. So I'm using the Nature Symphony bundle today to make these projects. This class is free with an order, or you can just buy it. I'm realizing, let me just put this on the screen real quick because I forgot to finish going through my graphics. But anyway, there's that. So this class is free with an online order this week, or it is for sale. So you can get it two different ways. It's 4 cards. You can buy it and get 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. Get some product with the fee. And I've got the price right there, $41 with for pickup, or $49, I think, with shipping. And I have links in this video right now that will take you straight to buy it. It's super simple, 1 click, type in your address and pay. And then, or you can not type in your address if you get the pickup one. And then that is for sale by Sunday. It will be mailed February 23rd. And either way, if you buy it or get it free with purchase. And I think, it includes over $20 in merchandise. And then option 2 is free with an online order of $45 or more placed this week. So I'm counting anyone who already ordered. A lot of y'all did already through Sunday the 15th. You get the 4-card class, 1 of each card, no goodie bag, just 1 of each card. I'll cut your designer paper. I'll give you the piece of ribbon, etc. And then there's bonus perks. So if you order 75 or more, of course, you can add on product of the month, and you will get the Faux bronze Pentagons for free. And then if your order is $100 or more, I'll also give you 5 new card samples. 5 free card samples. So here's the bronze Pentagons. And of course, you'll see the cards here in a minute. This is the bundle, again, Nature Symphony. I have gone through, I should have, I believe, gone through the description of this on a previous video. I don't remember though if I did for sure, but I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I had to have. So I can locate that video if anyone needs that full description, because I know I have visually impaired friends as well. But I'll do a quicker version today. So Nature Symphony is 2 main decorative images, a really large branch with several branches coming off of that with leaves. They're all completely solid, no detail at all. So it's like a silhouette and there's no coloring involved. And then just a single smaller branch. There's like a texture background image that's pretty small. I don't know if that's actual size. Of course, all my stamps are mounted in here. But yeah, that's about the same size as what we see on the front there. And it is just like texture, like lines going left to right, uneven. But they kind of also look like, I mean, it could represent tree bark in my opinion. But anyway, it's just texture. And then words. I like you lots. To a great guy. You make me smile. And thank you. And then the dies. You can die cut out the 2 stamped images. There's this large detail leaf sprig type image that's the one Elaine, or who was that, used on their swap. I forgot who this person, Evelyn. This die right here. So it cuts lines for the veins into the leaves. And it's a couple of different branches coming off and lots of leaves. It's really large. So that one's awesome. There's a small sprig image. These do not follow the same shape or even leaf style as the stamped ones necessarily. They're just standalone. There's this like piece of a log background. So it's like literally like a log, long and skinny, but then the ends are broken off or torn off, however you want to look at it. Paper torn, stamping, I mean a tree log broken, whatever. And then last but not least, there is a texture, like little hash marks, texture die that you can die cut in, and it'll just put those lines in your paper for detail. And then this one cuts 3 uneven lines of like 16th inch holes in your paper for details. That's 7 dies, and they are awesome. I think I'm going to need these 2 that cut out the stamped images during my video today. And then the designer paper that goes with this suite. This suite, by the way, is right here on pages 38 and 39 of the mini catalog. So this is a mini catalog product. You got the bundle. You've got the Pentagons. They're faux bronze Pentagons. They're heavy. This is one of those heavy embellishments. Like the package has weight to it. And they're sticky on the back, and you get large and small. And of course, they're bronze. The color is bronze. They're not shiny. They're just bronze, and they are the shape of a pentagon. And then it also, this suite, where did I put my paper? Right here. Oh, darn, I forgot to show y'all this new product. I'll do it at the end. Where can I put it? I'll put it under my, y'all, I'm going to make myself a sticky note. New product. I'll show this at the end. So it's just a little bit more new product that I didn't have when I did the video last week. So I made a sticky note to show it after the last card. And some of these are not even mine. These are all team prizes that I've ordered for upcoming team events. But anyway, I got some new stuff to show you. I'll show that later. Okay. I was going to show you these papers that come with this suite or sold separately. This first pattern here on the Nature Walk designer paper, this piece right here was cut out of this corner right here of this design. So that's one of the patterns. Again, I've shown this on a previous video, so I'm not going to go into super detail, but it's very natural, splattery, greens, blues, etc. on this paper. And that pattern right there is cut out of there. And I just happen to have 2 class packets of this wall art. It includes the frame. It's 8 by 8. Everything is cut, die cut, punched, and embossed, except you need to stamp the leaf in Secret C on 2 pieces of paper, die cut that out, and then assemble. And it will include a PDF tutorial. These are, I have 2 of them. You can purchase those. So get with me if you want that. I forgot what price I'm going to put on it, but I wrote it down somewhere. So I have 2 of those available, left over from the crafting cruise. But anyway, okay, that's where that came from. And then there's the rest of the paper. Again, it's just mainly either background images or just like paint, distressy, painty art stuff. And blues and greens and beiges, right? Pecan pie also, there's a script one. So it definitely can be very masculine. That was all 6 designs. You get 2 of each though, of course. It's 12 by 12. Blue, cloud, crumb cake, garden green, lost lagoon, mossy meadow, night of navy, old olive, pecan pie, pretty peacock, secret sea. What was I saying? It can be masculine, but of course we can pretty much make anything be feminine. And then the other paper here is this number 5 Natural Hues 12 by 12 textured specialty paper. This paper right here, you get 1 of each design. It's 12 by 12, 1 of each color, I should say. It looks like it has fibers in it. You can feel them. It's bumpy and textury. It's basically the same on both sides. It's like a homemade, handmade paper with that texture, but it's not too crazy thick. Like it's a thick, but not crazy thick paper. Anyway, and you get 1 of each sheet, and there's 3 colors there. Do they name them? Cream, tan, and gold. Which this tan, by the way, I would like to request to Stampin' Up. We have an ink color, this color, tan. I figured it out yesterday. We need a tan ink color. Marianne, I got you. Tan. I want everybody to submit that to Stampin' Up. Because I've been like, anyway, I'm not going to say it, but we need tan. Okay, but there's that paper, and it's really cool. You're going to get, if you buy this class from me, you're going to get some, like a half a pack of this natural, it's called Natural Hues 12 by 12 textured specialty. You're going to get a half pack of that, half pack of DSP, some ribbons, some bronze pentagons, etc. Nature Symphony bundle is a must-have. The texture stamp is a great background stamp, and the large leaf dies are fabulous. Yes, Sue, I agree. I know, Robin, such beautiful cards I received. Exactly. Everybody's so talented. Yes, Cindy, right. We all need to submit. If you're a customer, you can just email Stampin' Up DS. Oh, wait. Are you allowed? I don't know if I can give that out. I don't know. Just email them, or there should be a way to submit feedback on the website. I can't remember. And then if you're a demonstrator, we have a way to submit feedback, y'all know. Or request, I should say. I forgot. I think I was going to say something else, but I lost it. Anyway, so that is pretty much the suite. The ribbon is, I'll be using it on all of the cards today. It's this gorgeous, secret sea, but it's very sheer, so it's like a light secret sea almost because it's so sheer. Just the edges are dark. They call it, what do they call it? Open weave, bordered open weave ribbon. So it's got the border, but then it's very open in the middle, meaning it's like see-through. So it is secret sea, but it's like a lighter version of it. I think I'm gonna have to run to the restroom real quick before I finish this video because I gotta use the restroom. So I'm going to leave this on the screen. I'll go very quickly. I'm just going to mention I'm going to use banner sayings on one of the cards. No big deal. Okay. I run to the restroom. Hold on. I'm trying to organize real quick before I do that. Okay, I'm going to put a thing on the screen. Oh, the tan, though. While I'm doing that, everybody go submit to Stampin' Up! That you want a tan ink color. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Come on, baby. Come with me. Okay. I always brush my teeth before the video, even if I mean, even though it's just a video. And I always use the restroom at that time. I did brush my teeth today, but I forgot to use the restroom. And I had coffee for breakfast, which I don't always do. And I drank a bunch of water this morning. So I was not going to last the whole video. Anyway, here we go. We're going to start now with card number one. Card number one. Okay, so first packet here. This, give myself a sticky note because I don't want to forget. This is card number one of the class that's either free with purchase. Just place an order, 45 or more, get it free. Or you can order the class. Simple, one click, order it, it's done. And these are the cards. Okay, so card number one, first of all, the card base. And this is a sticky note because I don't know about y'all, but I will forget that I want the ribbon to go all the way around. And by the way, your class will include a PDF written instruction as well. Your card base is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper cut in half. So if you've never made cards before, no problem. Take your 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. So 5.5 inches or 4 1/4 inches. And then once you fold either one of those in half, you're going to have a card base. And so I'm going to fold it with my bone folder. And that card base will fit into the invitation size envelope, which is Stampin' Up's high quality medium envelopes right there. So that's a medium white envelope. Also, we carry the medium clear envelope, which is my favorite. So cool. And that's how you make a card base. My next layer is basic white. So we'll cut that for you, basic white. By the way, if you want the measurements for these cards, make sure you're on my email list because they will get emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central to everybody on my customer email list. And it's in the form of a recipe card, which is a picture, the measurements, and the supply list. Okay. Then next is designer paper. So this is one of the patterns from the paper. This is like a rectangular grid, sort of. So really long, very distressed, pretty peacock lines on like a cloud cover painted water wash kind of background. And so it almost is like school paper or something, double lines forming this grid that are like rectangles. Anyway, whatever section gets cut doesn't matter. This kind of looks like I was trying to be even, but I wasn't. I just cut a piece off. Anyway, that's my next layer. And then remember, you have to own the bundle to complete the projects as pictured here. So we won't be die cutting those for you. You'll want to have your bundle, and you'll die cut these leaves out of a piece that will give you of vellum. So this is that standalone leaf die, the big one that's got 2 branches. It's so pretty. I mean, get the bundle just for this die alone. A vellum one. You'll cut out a secret C one. So pretty. And then this one here you'll cut out, which is the back side of this designer paper. I'm calling it what? Rectangle grid. The back side is just a pretty peacock distressed piece. And that's the side I want to cut these leaves from. So 3 of those leaves. We'll cut for you this white label. That is probably one of my top 3 dies right now. One of my top 3 bundles of dies, whatever. Lovely arrangements, because you get that large oval. That's the one Robin used on her swap to create that opening. Lovely arrangements. You have to have these dies, and you might as well get the bundle because there's some images that match. I love the circle background. I actually tried to make it work on these cards, but I couldn't fit it in. The circles background there. And then there's also a long skinny rectangle label as well, plus 2 standalone leaves. Like, this is an amazing, lovely arrangements. They're amazing. So here's the oval, but it's much bigger. Anyway, we're going to cut a white one for you. Okay. Next, hey Trudy, hello from Maryland. Or hello in Maryland, I should say. Tina was there. Let me see. Okay, this card's. I'm gonna put the sticky note here. Pretty simple. I do have a little stamping, so I'm gonna grab my large, big old foliage stamp there. And my greeting, I'm going to say, not that. Hold on, I can't see. Far away. I like you lots, which is a long, sort of skinny cursive. I like you lots, all cursive. That's going to fit on that oval and the background stamp. Because as who said how awesome, Sue, the background stamp and the large leaf dies are fabulous. This background stamp, she's right. It can go with so many different things that we might use stuff for. Things that we might use stuff for, right? I'm going to grab a scratch paper down here I'm going to need. Okay, so I'm going to grab pretty peacock ink for this card. Let me show you all the colors we'll end up using today. You would like that also, Trudy? Yes, it's a great stamp. These are all the colors I'll use all together on all the cards. The crumb cake is just for some sponging. I'm going to stamp an espresso, old olive, pecan pie, secrecy, and pretty peacock. This card's pretty peacock. And there's here. I am going to stamp off on these 2 images, the background and the leaves. So I've got a piece of scratch paper here. I am stamping it on my glass mat studio. Make sure you have a very smooth, flat, hard surface under your photopolymer stamps. So I inked it up real good. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp up here in the corner, top left corner, off the edges a little bit. Just, this paper is perfect for stamping. Okay. What am I trying to say? This paper is perfect for stamping on, for stamping backgrounds on. Because it's just like, I can't think of the right word, but anyway, it's perfect for it. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with my Distress Lines background here. Ink it up, stamp it off, stamp it up here in this top left corner off the edges, repeat, stamp off, and come down a little bit. And that's it, just to add more texture to that. But they're both stamped off, so it's not super dark. Okay, so that was that part. And then just cleaning up after myself on my glass mat so that that ink doesn't get on any of my white paper. Okay, my greeting says I like you lots. I'm just going to stamp that over here to the left side of this oval die on white cardstock, to the left. So this oval is like, I'm going to pick it up. It's about 2 3/4 inches long. So the greeting is shorter than that, and I put it over to the left. Okay, that's all my stamping for this card. And we're going to put it together. So this card's pretty simple, but hopefully y'all like it. And let's go. Now the first thing I'm going to do is tie this ribbon around. So I have this little strip here because I think it'll work on one of my cards at least. But that's from a previous roll. For this one, to go all the way around a project, I definitely like to leave the ribbon on the roll. That way, if I accidentally use too much or not enough, I can fix it before I finalize it. I'm going around. This project is portrait up and down. So I'm going across the 4-inch piece of designer paper here to wrap the ribbon all the way around. And then I'm going to tie it in a bow. I think I've given myself enough here, but we'll see. But I have my ribbon in the plus sign. That's what I call the plus sign, where then you ask your friend to put their finger there. Instead, I'll use tweezers, reverse tweezers, and these are from my Embossing Additions toolkit. So now my hands are free to tie the bow, and I'm going to flip this upside down. But if you, well, I don't know what the butt was. Actually, I have no idea. But anyway, pinch it with the tweezers. Now your hands are free, and you can tie the bow. You can get interrupted and come back to it. All the stuff. I'm going to try to keep this ribbon as flat as I can the whole time, and I turned it upside down so the bow will kind of end up being right side up on the card. I can move those and mess with my bow. You know, just fix it, make the tails and loops how you want them, size-wise. And I'm not 100% yet on where I want the bow positioned on the front, left to right, so I can still slide that, which I might in a minute. And now that I know I used the right amount of ribbon, I can trim this off with 0 waste on this one side. Not the good ones. I think my good ones got stolen. Hold on, I have to go get them from somebody. Sold them. I'm not going to name names, but the name is Scott. Those other ones are just worn out. Okay, so there's that. I will adjust that in a minute. It's crooked and everything. That's fine. The next thing I'm going to do, I keep hitting my camera bad today, is attach the leaves. So I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet. My Stampin' seal. And I want Secret C on the back. By the way, when you die cut these out, they die cut fine. And it comes out of the die easy. But it immediately becomes incredibly delicate. Like you could rip this apart easy on accident. It's just super delicate because the stem is so thin. So just be aware of that. You might end up having to glue them back together, you know, because you like broke it apart. Whatever. It's fine. I'm adding adhesive to most of the larger leaves here on my silicone craft sheet, which will keep any excess adhesive from getting on my table or scratch paper. I'm not going to glue this down yet because I might want to adjust the ribbon, but I'm using that white as a little bit of a guide to know how far I can let these leaves go over to the right. I don't want them to hang off the edge of the card, so they'll still fit in an envelope. Could have gone further though. Whatever, it's fine. Next layer is vellum. So normally I don't put adhesive on vellum because it shows through, but it wasn't really bad on these, on this particular project. So, and this is our specialty vellum. It comes in 12 by 12, by the way, and you can get it now. So I just put a little adhesive in little spots. I probably wouldn't use a liquid glue. I feel like that would make big blobs show, and just a little around. And then I'm going to layer that on top, just wherever looks good. See, this is where I want to make sure that vellum leaf doesn't go too far over the edge. Okay. These are just coming up kind of from the center toward the top. And the last layer is the designer paper leaves, which it's just a texture. So it's, the leaves are kind of variations of pretty peacock, dark and light, and it makes the leaves really pretty. There's several patterns in this Nature Walk designer paper that you can cut the leaves from, and they look super cool. Even that side looks cool with the grid on it. Anyway. Okay, so we're just kind of offsetting these all a little bit from each other. even though they're the exact same die. Something like that. Okay, now my grading will go down here wherever I want to put it, right above the bow. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just figuring out where I want it. I think it's good right there. So I'm going to leave the bow where it is and add the grading. So let me go ahead and attach this to my card base. I usually like to kind of secure the ribbon down with adhesive, but every time I ran this adhesive, over the ribbon, it did not stick to the ribbon. See what it's doing? That ribbon resists this adhesive, so it's fine. This will go on the white. Again, measurements go out tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. And then that white goes on my card base. Stamp and seal. You don't have to use a ton. It's very strong. And then I'll do dimensionals on my greeting. And so the reason I stamped the greeting over to the left is so that the bow could kind of be on the right where it's blank and not cover up my words so much. I'll use my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Just because they're my favorite. That's what I always use, but you can use regular size as well. I was going to do 3, but I accidentally pulled off 4, so that's fine. 3 would have been plenty. Okay, so down here, I'm going to tuck it like under the ribbon, just the tiniest bit, the tag that is, and then kind of make my bow go up, and there's that. And then I need embellishments. So I'm going to use these faux bronze pentagons. I'm going to use 2 of the small ones up here in the top right corner of my greeting. These are, of course, sticky back, and I like to use the pointed end of the Take Your Pick tool. Some people use their finger. Some people like to use the paddle, and some people like to use the putty. So 3 choices there to use your Take Your Pick tool. And that is my finished card number 1. Card number 1. Thank you, and Margaret, hello, by the way, as well. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so if you buy the class, you'll get to make 2 of these. If you get it free with an order, you'll get to make 1. And so your choices there. Choices. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2. And I am going to try something different on this one than my original sample, because I thought of it when I was typing the instructions. So if it looks dumb, it's okay. We got the other sample, and that's the one I took the picture of. Anyway, this card number 2 is a very vanilla card base. Same thing, 5.5 by 8.5. Fix something here. My magnet thing under there is off. And 5.5, 8.5. I'm going to fold it in half with the bone folder, so I will align the 2 corners on the table against my thumbnail, this corner and this corner. Actually, I'm going to flip it around because I see my cut edge. And then do all the folding with my bone folder. That just gives less wrinkles on the inside. There is even a step above that, which is where you, what am I trying to say? A step above it, where you score it with a paper trimmer. But I usually don't do that. Okay, so that's my card base. It's very vanilla, and it will be a portrait card. Then my next layer is cloud cover cardstock. We're going to emboss it for you with the exposed brick embossing folder. I always forget the name of this folder because we've had I think this is our 3rd brick folder. So I mix up all the names, but I do really like this one. The last one, the bricks were a lot bigger. and these are smaller. I'm going to, this is what I didn't do on my first card. I'm going to take my Secret C ink pad. So this is all fully, let's see if it works or not, and drag it across the bricks here. I know it works, like it looks cool, but it's one little gentle drag because our ink pads are sensitive. They can get cut up if you don't be dragging your paper like this. It's going to cut that foam. So that was a very gentle drag on Secret C ink. And we'll see how it looks on this card when it's finished. It is a cool technique, of course. Look at it. And this is a good folder to do that technique on. And one of my team members, Lisa Stevens, showed us a great thing to do with your ink spots that you get in the paper pumpkin kit, right? Bonus, is to use them for this technique because they are felt. They're not foam. So they're not as gentle. They're not as delicate is the word. They're not as delicate. But I didn't look for a Secret C one. I didn't have time. Anyway, so there we go. We'll see how that looks. Brick exposed. What the heck? Is it exposed brick? Now I got myself confused. There's what the folder looks like. And it's 6x6. It's thick. And it's in the online store. Maybe in the catalog. I don't know. Okay. Then next layers. We've got a scrap of cloud cover to stamp on. We've got a pre-die cut, while supplies last, temporarily not orderable, textured notes dies label, because I can't resist these labels. They do show that they're coming back in stock, but then they will be while supplies last. Textured notes, I love them. If you don't have these, go to the online store and mark to be notified when they come back in stock. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Let me see if it works. Hopefully it's not a glitch that says they're coming back. But anyone can do this, even a customer. You can go to the online store, and if something says currently available, you can say, send me an email if this item becomes available. That's funny, they put if. And then you'll get notified when it comes back in stock. Textured notes dies. So you can do that with the dies and or the bundle. The dies, when they come back, will be $24.80. So that's a great deal, right? Yes. They're amazing. They're retiring. They're on the last chance list, and they show that they're coming back. Let me check that date for y'all. Coming back in stock supposedly March 2nd. And I say supposedly because sometimes they put that and then they remove it because it's retiring and they don't actually get them back in stock. So if they go out, I'm sorry, but I warned you last week. So they're amazing. Anyway, we're going to die cut the Secret C one for you. I'll put the measurements in that video or in that email that goes out tomorrow. Then you got the designer paper. If you get the class packet, you'll cut it yourself with your PDF instructions. But this is a sheet that is Secret C on one side with some kind of scratch marks going across it, and then a large rectangle grid hand, sort of messily hand drawn on there of like light, very light cloud cover or Secret C. Anyway, so that's the side I'm using, that dark one. There's like some green distressing on the back. A piece of designer paper, again, measurements in the email tomorrow. That's going to go over here on the front left of my card. And then last but not least is the Hues of, Hues, I forgot the name of this paper, but that handmade paper I told you about in two of the colors. I think that's cream and that's tan, maybe what they're calling. So one is sized to go right inside this rectangle that we die cut, and one is 7/8 of an inch tall for my greeting. And it's a little longer than I needed. It's just a scrap that's 7/8 tall. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on the 7/8 inch Hues, which is a textured paper, and this scrap of cloud cover. I'm going to use Secret C ink. This card's going to say, to a great guy. So I'll stamp that right in the center of this 7/8 inch paper. 2A is all caps, like typewriter, and then great guy is cursive. I love that greeting. It's so cute. The G, like the way they drew each G, which are a little bit different, or just pretty handwriting. I have ugly handwriting, so you know. And then this is Secret C for the leaves that we're going to stamp and die cut out, the large ones. I'm going to clean off the pretty peacock. Ink it up real good, which just means tap. Do not press hard on our foam pads. Tap, tap, tap. But you can tap as many times as you want. And then stamp that on here. I hope I made this paper big enough. I guessed. Looks like it's barely big enough. That's fine. Nice. Nice. Could have done it on my positioning tool and re-stamped it just in that one spot where I was a little light, but next time, you know. Okay. And then I'm going to die cut that out. This die right here. Let's see how the comments are doing. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Linda. Julie, now you can watch. Love it. I know, Rhonda, I cannot believe her either. Like, I was going to revolt, but then I decided not to. She said, I can't believe they retired those dies either. I was going to cause a revolt, and then I said, just calm down. But I am shocked and saddened by the news. Okay, so, oh, you couldn't see what I just did. Let me bring it up here. But I like to do this on the machine, not lift it up like this or off of it. I aligned the dies with the stamped image. I'll bring it up here where you can maybe see. I did that. I left everything on the machine because I don't want to pick it up and make it shift. This hole down here is for alignment, not for ejection. So you can align the tip of the image in that hole. Make sure you can see it through there. If you have glasses on, I don't. And then you can tape that down with a sticky note or washi tape or Post-it tape, but I also just do my little trick where I lock it in like that, and then I hold it until it gets pulled in by the machine. You only need to roll it through once. Our machine is very, very strong, powerful. And that's how you do it. And it looks like that. Make sure you clean anything out of your die that's stuck in there before the next time you duck it. So that was cloud cover paper, Secret C ink. So it's got a blue background there with those solid leaves and branches all over it. Okay, and then next, oh, let's just put it together. So those are all the pieces for this card. So let me attach. I don't know if I like this. Maybe I should have done it with cloud cover ink, so it'd just be a little bit darker. You can experiment on your own project. And I'll show you the other one I did. It has no ink on it. Okay, I'm attaching the brick piece to the very vanilla card base. Then my designer paper. Front left, it's cut so that there can be a 1/8 inch border on the 3 sides on the left, like that. And then I will attach this sort of tan Hues. I can't think of the name of that. I have it right here. Natural Hues paper. Natural Hues to the textured notes dies. And then I'll add some dimensionals to that. Finally got the dies and now they're being retired, Julie. Dang it. Maybe that's good, but if you're doing it as a business, it's like, darn, I can't show them anymore. I mean, you can, but, you know, people might get frustrated if they can't buy it. Okay, so I added dimensionals to the back, my minis. We have regular dimensionals too, whatever size you like. And that goes in the very center of this card front. Then I'll add my branch. Again, silicone craft sheet. You do not need to cover this whole thing with adhesive. Just hit the large spots and maybe get that tail. I am going to end up cutting off the bottom of this stem because I don't like how it's stuck out below my greeting. I'm going to put these leaves on here on the center section with the branch going down to the left, the bottom of it, and they then kind of curve over to the right like that, hang off the edges a little bit. My greeting is where I'm going to put the ribbon. I'm going to cut it. I thought I lost my scissors. At an angle on each end. It really doesn't matter which angle, just cut both sides the same angle. Cut it off so that there's an angle on each end after you stamp it. And then I will add ribbon behind this. This is where I'm going to use this piece. So I'll add adhesive to the back. I did find with my Stampin' Seal, which I use the regular, not the super strong one. It's too strong for me. That's plus. I use regular. On this paper, it does, if you press hard at all, it will peel up the fibers of the paper because it's like a handmade paper with layers and stuff. So very, very light touch to add adhesive to the back of this paper. It didn't happen to me here. I forgot to make sure I was gentle, but yesterday I did. Okay, so add the adhesive first, and then I'm going to fold this ribbon back and forth. I would still do this from the roll if you have the whole roll or a big section. But this was left over from, you see the tape where it was taped. Anyway, hold it back and forth like that. And from the front, place your ribbon on there so you can see how it looks and make sure it's looking good, basically, before you trim off the excess. So that's what that looks like. Then I'll add adhesive. If you didn't, you could leave off the ribbon if you think it's too not masculine. Or you could do like a twine, like a linen thread instead. Back there, maybe bunch it up. I'm going to do 3 dimensionals, including over the ribbon to secure it down. And then this will go over here on the bottom left, a little bit off. Oh, before I do it, let me see. Yeah, just right about there. I'm going to cut off the bottom of this stem so it doesn't stick out the back side of the greeting. Anyway, over to the left where this hangs off the left side of that rectangle a little bit. I kind of like the blue now that I added there. And then hexagons. I'm going to do a large, pentagon. I keep saying hexagons, I think. They're pentagons. Faux bronze pentagon. I'm going to do a large one up here right above the greeting on that green, tan paper. And then 2 small ones down here on the bottom right on this tan paper. Whatever color it is, I don't know. And that's it. Card number 2. Card number 2. I've got a second one here. It's just got a sticky note. I'm going to hide it. Okay. That's the second card. This is without. So left or right, this or that. I should do a picture of that, shouldn't I? And post it on Facebook. This or that. So this is this on my left. This is that on the right. So type your comment right now. This or type that. We got to remember though, left was that one. All right, there we go. Thanks, Corinne. The textured note dies are a staple in my collection. Exactly, Sue. Like, I never thought they would retire so fast. Because, just never. I don't want to mention names of other dies that I'm like, I'm also expecting these not to retire ever. Stylish shapes is one of them, but there's another one. This Rhonda left gets the most votes so far. Okay, card number 3. Card number 3. And just a reminder at the end, I'm going to show y'all a few more new products. Hey, Rhonda, did I tell you that there is a race car set coming out in the new pre-order? I don't have it, but there is. There's a race car one. Anyway, okay. Card Card number 3, this is a Secret C card base. Fold it in half. As before, it'll be portrait. I think all 3 cards are portrait today. The last one's a little like a simple fun fold. Side note on this card, I did think that for this back piece, it's very vanilla. The next layer is very vanilla. What would have been good is this, I guess that's not cream. Hold on, let me read these colors again. Cream, tan, and gold. Okay, cream, this paper would have been great here. But I would have had to have ordered a ton to do it for the free with an order class, so I didn't. But if you want to substitute this cream paper right here, if you get the packet, it's a great substitution. We'll still give you this, but you know. So cream, tan, oh, gold. We call it gold. So the one I just used, we're going to call gold. This one is cream, and I'm also using some gold on this card. Cream, tan, and gold. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next layer is very vanilla. Then I have 2 pieces of paper here that are 2 inches wide by 2 by 5. Usually I do 2 designer papers for this card layout, but this time I'm doing 1 designer paper. On the left, it is the one that's pecan pie distressed background with early espresso script all over it. That'll be the left side, and the right is that gold natural hues paper. So for each of these, one's going to go on the left, one on the right. We're going to tear off the inside. So for the designer paper, that'll be the right, and I'm going to have the script facing me and pull off the right side by pulling towards me, because I want the torn edge to show, not the non-torn. I mean, it's torn, but it's not the inside of the paper. I want the inside of the paper to show because it looks more textury that way. Now, this is very white on the inside, though, so we're going to fix that. Okay, so it's about an 1/8 inch or so that you tear off, but you can tear off more later if needed. Then it'll be the left side of this natural hues paper, but either side can end up being the left. So tear about the same amount off. You can, as you're tearing, you can try to vary it and go up and down a little bit. I forget to do that sometimes. Then before I do anything else, I'm going to see if I tore off enough. So these will go on this vanilla cardstock with about an 1/8 inch border on the sides. And they can touch in the middle a little, or you can make them bigger if you don't want them to touch. But I think that's fine. So I'm going to take this designer paper and add some crumb cake ink to the edges. I maybe could do pecan. You know what? I'm just going to try pecan on this card. I did crumb cake on the other one. I'm going to try pecan. It'll be more, match the color better. Sponge dauber. You can put your finger in there and use it like that. Tap on the ink and sponge. Yeah, I do like pecan better, so I'll probably switch that if I can remember in my instructions. Now it's more like antique-y, but without that bright white, just for the tone of this card we're doing. Okay, I only did that side, and I am going to use it on one more thing on this card. Then I have a scrap here of Pretty Peacock. That color is a brain block in my brain. Pretty Peacock to stamp my leaves on and die cut them out. I have a pre-die cut. We will cut this for you. What's this called? I mean, we will not cut this for you. You need to cut it from your dies. We'll give you the paper. Secret C log. And then this is from the Natural Hues paper, that gold color, that small sprig. Okay, so cut those out from the paper provided. And then last but not least is this little guy. It's a little banner. It's very vanilla, and it will be pre-punched for you. Yes, it will. From the 3 banner punch. 3 banner punch. This is bundled, or sold separately from the Banner Sayings stamp set. Banner Sayings is kind of like itty bitty words or something. We used to have a stamp set called, I think it was called Itty Bitty Greetings or something. Anyway, it's those small little greetings that fit in little images or shapes like this. The 3 banners are 3 different banner shapes, obviously. And they're small, like, is it a 1/2 inch? Yep, 1/2 inch tall, all of them. And here they are. Lots of greetings. So I used one of those for this card, but you could substitute anything you have if you don't have that one. It's very vanilla, and my word will be stamped in Secret C. Also my leaves, Secret C. And I put, I'm here for you. But again, if you had that bundle or that stamp set, there's tons of words you could use instead. I'm here for you. It's all cursive. It's super cute. Little, I mean, not that I'm here for you needs to be cute, but it is a pretty and cute font. Okay. I stamped that in Secret C. And then I'm going to add, I did crumb cake on the other card. I'm going to add pecan pie lightly around the edges with my sponge dauber. Maybe I'll put this on the screen. I'm doing other stuff in case you want to see what words comes with that. And then I'm going to stamp my leaves in Secret C. I only have 1 card to go. I'm almost done. I guess it's normal time, but I feel like I'm going quick on the stamping. But remember, this is a class. You can get it free with an order, or you can purchase it. Just be like, I want everything. I want you to give me the designer paper, the Hues, natural Hues paper. Stamp these leaves on this pretty peacock paper. And I want some ribbon and some Pentagons, etc. And just send it to me, and I don't want to place an order with you. Or you could get it free with an order. I will have all those details posted on the blog at 11 a.m. Central today. So in 15 minutes, they'll be there. Okay, so that was Secret C for the large leaf image. And now I'm going to die cut that out again. Actually, I'll probably just do it off camera since I just did one on camera to save time, but I'll align it just like before and die cut it. So I'll step over here. My voice will probably change volume because I have a outside mic. It's not attached to my body. So get over here and do all the stuff I just did on the last one. It's kind of, my eyes haven't adjusted to the light over here, so hopefully I'm not off on this alignment. It's a little darker over here because of the video lights. Okay, so there's that. Tiny bit off, but it is fine. So there's that same image as last card. Now, one more time there. Okay. I want it all, Xana. Yes. Okay. Let's put this card together. I hope y'all are going to like it. It's really pretty all put together, I think. The colors, everything. I will attach my 2 designer papers to the vanilla. And then attach the vanilla to the card base. This is a layout of a card that you can do all the time. Cut your white or vanilla piece 4 by 5 1/4. Cut your DSP to 5 by 2. Cut 2 of them. Tear the inner sides. 2 different ones, obviously. Glue them together. Glue it all down like this. And then put some kind of focal point and a word. And that's it. So, just saying. It's a really good template if you're like desperate for a card idea. Which yesterday I was having Stamper's Block bad when I made all these. So, you know. Okay, adding adhesive to the leaves, the branch, whatever this is. This will go right on the front, not super high up, like to the very top, but about how far from the top? About 3/4 of an inch from the very top of the card for those branches, or leaves, I should say. And then we're going to end up covering up the bottom of this so we don't have to trim it down. Then let me build up my little greeting layer. So the first thing I want to do is put adhesive on the back of I'm Here For You and put ribbon behind it. Similar to what we just did, but a little bit different. I'm going to fold this one more so that it looks like a bow. So I've got one end already cut at an angle. And then I folded it here. And I'm going to fold it this way here so that they're both curved like a loop. And then trim it here. So it looks like a bow when it's hidden behind something. But there's no knot in the middle to make it bulkier. And then I already put adhesive here on the back of this. I don't know if this one's too big. Let's see. Hold on. No, it's fine. And that's what it's going to look like. So it kind of looks like a bow's back there, right? You can adjust it more if you want, but I think it's fine. And then I will add Stampin' Dimensionals to that. It's not stuck down right here very good, so you can temporarily do that if you want, but I will use the dimensionals to really secure the ribbon down. Like that. And then add a couple more on the ends. So that's the vanilla banner punch. It's the banner with the both ends cut at a V. And then that's going to get attached to this Secret C log. And then I will add more Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this. And that will go down here basically in the bottom center of the card. You could go left or right though too, like either way is fine. But basically the bottom center. And then I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this other sprig that we cut out of the gold Hues, Natural Hues specialty paper. You don't have to cover the whole thing with adhesive. It's fine. And that will stick out from under the greeting, under the log. It will start right where the stem starts for the other one and come out to the left like that. And then we just need some pentagons, right? Yes, pentagons. I meant right. Did I use them? And I looked at the sample and I did, so it's fine. Okay. I'm going to use 3. Oh, I messed up. I messed up. Crap. Hold on. I'm going to peel this paper up. It's fine. Okay, on the right, I totally messed up. Natural Hues cream paper. I'm supposed to stamp on it. I peeled it off. Crap. I am using Pecan Pie ink, which we're going to put. And the background stamp, the distressed little background lines. Don't remember what color I stamped it in earlier. It will be Pecan Pie stamped off, I think. So ink it up, stamp it on scratch paper, stamp it a few times, ink it, stamp it off. Stamp it a few times on either side, going back and forth, and off the edges. So something like that. It will add some much needed texture to your card. Do that first. You can tear and then do it, or do it and then tear, but my instructions will probably say stamp, then tear when I type those up. Pecan pie, distressed background. Put your card back together. I mean, it even looks cute like that, but hey, look, it kind of does look cute like that. Okay, slip it all back under there. And it is weird with Stampin' Seal, and I think it's because of the texture of this paper too. But you can peel it up sometimes, but when you put it back together, it does not come apart. Okay, look at that little texture there, even better. Now, Pentagons. What made me realize it was because I looked at my other sample, and where I had them was stamped, and I was like, oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to put 3 small ones in the top right corner. I just made these yesterday. You'd think I could remember a little bit better. And that's it. Card number 3 of this class. Card number 3. There she is. Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, exactly, Xana. She said, whoops, I messed up. I don't like those kind of mistakes, because if someone is following along, then they don't do it the same as I did. Like, not right now, but if they're making theirs later. As a reminder, this one used, you probably can't tell on the video as well, but crumb cake ink, and this one's pecan and crumb, but I do like the pecan a lot better. So I'm going to eliminate crumb cake, hopefully, if I can remember from my instructions, and just do pecan. So never mind, we don't need crumb cake ink. Pecan looks better. I think I was in a rush yesterday when I was designing. Okay, we got one more card to show, and then I'll show you that new product, assuming I remember it. I'm going to put the sticky note right here to remind me. Card number 4. Card number 4. So this one has a early espresso card base. This one's actually going to get scored, so you'll score this one. Grab my thing. There's my paper trimmer. It's awesome. It has this arm. It goes up to like over 17 inches. And I'm going to score this paper. It's a normal card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Put this down so I can fit it on the screen here. I'm going to score this at 1 1/4. 1 1/4. Make sure you don't use the cutting blade. Your trimmer comes with a scoring blade. That's the light color one. I put it at 1 1/4 inch mark, back and forth. And then I'm going to flip it over. You don't have to do that, but you can, at 4 1/4. 1 1/4, 4 1/4. That's on the recipe card that's going out tomorrow. 1 1/4, 4 1/4, and it's early espresso, 5.5 by 8.5. Okay. Wipe tissue here. My nose is running a tiny bit. Okay. Then the reason I flipped it is so I can fold into the mountain both times. So I'm going to fold it in half into that mountain, but not that big a deal. And then fold it this 1 1/4 back to the left on the front. So it's like a Z fold, but just at a different measurement. And the card's going to open like this. So it's a very simple fun fold. 1 1/4, 4 1/4. And then that's the card base. It will be portrait. Then our next layers, we have doesn't really matter the order, but this designer paper is actually the same size. The designer paper, I should say, is the same size as this very vanilla cardstock right here. And those, the vanilla is for the inside, so we can have a place to stamp and write on, or just write on. And the designer paper is for the front left outside, right there. So again, I will put these measurements in that email that goes out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. So designer paper on the front left. This is a sheet that has like, it's green base, like mossy meadow green base, and then lighter green splatters. And it has like almost like paint strokes, big ones that going across in like a vanilla-ish, creamish color. A little bit of crumb cake in there. Lots of splatter, lots of stuff. So you're going to get a different variation on every single piece you cut this size. Okay, so that goes there. And then on the front left flap that's facing out, there is the back side of the script is a crumb cake grid. So it's crumb cake background distress with a white grid, like a normal 1/4 inch grid drawn in white that is very distressed. You have 2 1-inch strips of that, one for that front left and then one to go on the right. And it will fit in there perfectly when we glue it all down. Okay, so that's how all that goes. Then layering, well, we have a couple of things here. We've got our focal point, I should say, is what I meant to say. Our focal point will be from these branching out dies. We have the pecan pie branching out dies pre-cut for you, and then the very vanilla branching out die pre-cut. These amazing dies right here, they are still available, not retiring yet. Another great staple item to add to your collection. So that's what, the second from the largest, and then the next one down from it. But I did measure them for you in the recipe card. Okay. And then a scrap of very vanilla. That's just to remind me what size it needs to be. But the scrap right here of very vanilla, we're going to stamp the other smaller leaf image. I was looking for it in Old Olive twice. We need 2 of those. Old Olive ink. And I also need pecan pie ink and early espresso ink for this card. This card's going to say, "You make me smile." And I want to clean off. I'm going to use the background stamp as well, so I want to clean that off. It's a different color. Okay, so I'm going to do first thing I'm going to do is "You Make Me Smile." So it's going to get stamped on the rectangle, the branching out die, which will be portrait up and down. So it's a rectangle, it'll be portrait up and down. And the greeting is going to go right in the center. "You Make Me" is all caps, kind of like just a printed serif, like not typewriter, but anyway. And then "Smile" is below it in cursive. The L goes up between the "make" and "me," and it's super pretty and cute and all the stuff. That's my favorite greeting from the set. It's compact, not long and skinny like the others, so it can fit in a circle and stuff. But we're just going to put it right there. Okay, so there's that. And that's the only thing I'm stamping in early espresso, I think. Yes. And then next, I forgot, I'm also going to stamp on the piece that goes on the inside of this card. So the next thing I'm going to do is the leaves. I'm going to, it's the smaller sprig, which does curve. If you're looking at it with the stem at the bottom, it curves up to the left. And so we're going to use that curve in our design. So we'll stamp it at the top left in Old Olive of the greeting, hanging off the edges a little, and the bottom right, same thing. And then on the inside of the card, we're going to mimic that, but stamp it on the opposite, top right, nobody, and bottom left. Brittany said, "Hello, it is 11:02, 11:01, and I know how to tell time." Oh my gosh. Okay. So like that. Then, oh, and then I need 2 on my scrap to die cut out. So we're being, ignore that. We're conserving with our ink paper here. We're stamping them different directions so you can fit more on a smaller piece of paper. We need 2 of these to die cut out. Ready? Go away. Then I need pecan pie for the background, and it will be stamped off. So I'll bring back my scrap. Pecan pie. Stamp off. Look at my sample. I'm going to repeat it. Stamp off, and then a couple of times on the inside, one, the top one further in, the second one a little less in, and then opposite, same here on the bottom. All of these are stamped off. So like that. And then basically same thing up here on over the leaves on the front portion. So the top one will go further in and the next one less in. That. Okay, then I need to die cut these out, and also I'm going to wipe this off, and I'm holding her back. Like I'm literally, she's pressing against my hand. This little chamois rag comes with your Glass Mat Studio, and if you have little pieces of adhesive on there, when it's wet, you can and they come off. That's what I just did. There was little adhesive pieces on there stuck to it. Okay, so now this is drying up. It will dry a little more looking like that one. These were stamped from the same ink pad. Anyway, I'm going to cut these leaves apart, the 2 of them, and then die cut each one out. This is card 4 of the card class that's free with an order this week, or what am I trying to say? Or you can just buy it. Some people, like you might be a demonstrator or whatever your reason is, and you just want to buy it instead of figuring out what to order. Although if you need this bundle, that would be a great purchase to make, and then you'll get the card class for free. So you can choose. I will email out those details again later today, and then they'll be in tomorrow's email also about how to get the class. And they're on the blog right now. It tells you, it has the links and everything. So there's one of those, and I'll do the next one. Oh. Scott came in here, scared me. Me and Brittany. Oh, look, what is that shuffling? Oh. There's that one. Julie says hello, Brittany. Lisa, can't wait to make these good. There's that one. Cut it even better. Okay. All right, let's put this card together. Then we'll see the rest of my new product, and then we'll go get the cat some much needed chicken. Okay, so front left designer paper. It goes underneath the flap. When you make these kind of cards, you can glue this flap down. Also, it just depends how you decide and how you sort of design it and how you want it. But either way is fine. I'm leaving this one not glued down, so it's like a Z fold. And then we have the 1-inch strip. Which this paper is a little imperfection how I cut it. So I'll fix that. And then the way you position this other 1-inch strip is you close the card like that, and then you can see, it might look dark on the camera here, but you can see where that line is in person, and you position it with that 1/8 inch border all the way around in that section. So then you have that. That's the grid lines, the 2 1-inch ones. Then I'll add adhesive to my inside piece. And again, you get about a 1/8 inch border all the way around. It's approximate because humans cut this, so it could be maybe not perfect, but approximately a 1/4 inch all the way around. And that will be covered up when the card is closed. And then I'll create the front portion. So attach the vanilla label to the crumb label. Let me go ahead and attach this. So I'm going to attach this label only to the front 1 1/4 inch flap only. And I'm going to use dimensionals. So how I'm going to do it is turn it upside down, top to bottom, center it how I left to right, how it's going to be. And then I have that visual right there for where to place these dimensionals. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to do about 6 mini Stampin' dimensionals. And they should just be where they'll only touch that 1 1/4 inch flap. Just a reminder, recipe cards get emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central with all these measurements and supply list. I'll send an email out later today with a reminder about how to get this class. And I will send, I'll show you how these are drying more like this color. See? And what? The blog. You can also get the info on the blog. Okay, so I put a little adhesive on one of these branches, the one that I'm going to make be my front one, so I can stick them together and look at my other sample to see how I did it. Something like that. The front left one a little bit lower. Stick them together like that. Then they are going to get dimensionals on them at the top here, not at the very bottom. I'm going to put them. These 2 sprigs will get dimensionals. Maybe I should put one right there also. And then I want these sprigs to kind of overlap the bottom sprigs and be coming up from the bottom of the card, so that bottom part will hang off a little bit. So it's just like extending that portion. And then I need a bow and some Pentagons. So I'm going to make a bow. I think this is my first bow today. Bunny ears bow. Leave it on the roll if you can. 2 bunny ears. Lots of space in between. Left, right. Loop in each set of finger and thumb. Lots of space in between, and keep the ribbon as flat as possible the whole time. There's no twisting and turning. Then right loop crosses over the left one. Right loop or bunny ear goes down in the rabbit hole. Again, keeping the ribbon as flat as possible until you can't anymore. And then form the bow. But obviously you'll have to adjust it. Usually it looks crazy till you fix it. So make the loops even, however large or small you want them, and trim the tails. Also, the cool thing about doing it from the roll is no waste on the one side. Hold on, got my space heater going and it got hot. So no waste on that side, but I will want to trim off a little on this side for this particular bow. That's how you do the bunny ears bow. I didn't like how that trimmed. Not a clean cut. That's better. I was like, ew, gross. Okay, my bow is going to go down here at the bottom of the leaves. Bunny ear. What is this called? Glue dot. Pull the paper back until you see only one dot. Push as hard as you want in there. Pull off the dot and stick it on your project. You never have to touch the dot. Tear off the excess paper. Put it back. And then Pentagons to finish it off. We're going to use a large and a small faux bronze Pentagons. These are free with an online order of, let me remember what I said. $75 or more. You'll also get the class packet and the Pentagons for free. Or if you buy the class packet instead, you'll get some Pentagons. I think half a pack. It's over $20 in merchandise with that class fee. Okay, so I'm going to do a large one. And these are the only ones on this card where I didn't make sure they were straight. These are kind of just floating on here. A large one. Oh, those are not. It needs to be closer together. Oh my gosh. She's like, oh, I'm going to pass out from no chicken. Okay. That is card number 4. Card number 4. Well, that was a little, it looks good in person. It looks crazy on the video. I was going to say the bow today is crazy. Please don't bite these. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Cindy. I bet you'll make them, Cindy. Cindy's really good at recreating. She just bit me. We don't like that. Come on. No, him. I got too many cords and stuff over here. If I try to just push her off or like make her run, everything goes flying. Anyway, sorry. Let me show it properly. Card number 4. Card number 4. And then let's look at the inside. It looks very nice, right? Because it's all matchy. Y'all know I don't usually do the inside of my cards, but very nice with the matching. And I will remind you now, and then I'll do this, stick it in my hand. So 2 ways to get this class. Of course, you can, like Cindy's a demonstrator in my team, so she's going to probably create these on her own. You can always do that. You get the video. But you can purchase this class packet with product and all the stuff, and we'll mail it right to you. Or you can place an order with me and get this class packet free. All the details are on the blog, stamptherapist.com right now. Also, I've talked about it in this video a lot, and the links are in the video right now. So you can like purchase it right now or shop right now if you want. I have all the details about when it'll be mailed and all that stuff on the blog also. And then, I'm losing my train of thought. So those are today's cards. Now, I also want to show you some new product. If anyone's interested, you can stay. You can come back later and watch replay. If you just came on, go back and watch these cards later, all the stuff. Don't forget on replay, y'all, when you're watching the recordings on either platform, you can speed up the recording, the video. And that just saves us all time, right? So I'm just saying, you can do that on anybody's videos. Okay, so there is the class. I hope y'all like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to say which one you liked best. Thank you, Xana. Don't forget on this one I did with ink and without ink on the brick. So some little options there. I forgot to stamp the background here, so don't forget that. Okay, so thanks, Pat. Did I say thanks, Pat? Thanks, MJ. Cindy's going to case. Yes, like 4th the best. Julie, thank you. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks. Oh, Lisa, hello in Orlando. Good to see you here. Thanks, Martha. Yes, she said time to use the DSP. That's right. That's right, girl. Lisa, can't wait to make these. Linda, you should make them all. Hee hee. Right, Cheryl? Thank you, Linda, doing dishes. Good job. Good job doing dishes. Xana likes 4th best also. Pat likes card 1 best. I like 1 too, Pat. It's very nice with the vellum. Vellum just makes everything. Eleanor says card 4. That was weird, Eleanor. I didn't see your comment, and then it was there. That was interesting. Weird how my computer does that to me. Okay, so let me show you all this new product. For anyone who's interested, please feel free to stick around. This is from the pre-order that demonstrators can do now, and then these become available March 2nd or 3rd. for customers. Let me look at the calendar. Maybe the 3rd, because that's a Tuesday. Oh, just a reminder, I have one more packet of this project left if anyone wants that. It's all cut for you. All you have to do is stamp the one thing and cut it out and then assemble, of course. I'm not looking for, oh, I was looking for my thing right here. Let's see if it's here. Yeah, so these products come out in March. There'll be a whole brochure you can see online once it comes out. I'll put a link to that on my website. But anyway, that's where these came from. These 4 here are team incentives that I have coming up. They're prizes for a team. One event's tonight that like 20 people earned this incentive last quarter, so it's amazing. And then I have another one next Sunday for my Silver Elites and above. And so these are part of their prizes, not all, that I'll be giving away to some select winners. So I'll show you those. I bought this one for myself because I couldn't resist it. Even though I'm not doing scrapbook class currently at the moment, I was like, I just can't resist this bundle. And then I got the paper I missed, the soccer paper, which is all soccer, I will say. So let me do a little tour of these products real quick. First, let me do this bundle. It's called Capturing Smiles. It is obviously stamps and dies. And the stamp set, let's look at it. These just came in yesterday, so I have not taken anything out of the plastic yet. Ooh. Oh, okay. I got it. Anyway, they're bigger than pictured on the front there. Here, the camera is actually that long, so much larger than pictured on the front. The camera, it's a picture of, I guess you would call this an old-fashioned camera, right? I mean, people still use real cameras, but it's like a real camera. It's a little over 3, it's like 3 3/8 inches long by 2 1/8 tall. Then there's like a shutter and a circle that goes around the shutter, the whole, you know, there's like a shutter closing or opening, however you want to look at it. There is also a small camera image, just like a smaller one that has a little more detail on it. It'll stamp like a solid line there on the front. When you do that, there are 3 different images that look like pictures, but like hand-drawn line art pictures, but it's like to represent a photo, obviously. There's like a city, like New York or whatever. It's very generic, but a city with a half moon, a beach scene with a lounge chair, a beach umbrella, a sailboat off in the distance, and like a bird that's just 2 lines. Anyway, there's that scene. These are little squares that are 1 inch wide. And then a mountain with a triangle tent and trees and other trees, but they're just like lines. It's just hand drawn. It's super cute, but not sketched, drawn. And then there's an empty square that's the same size. Okay, so I think those fit into this film strip right here, this film strip die, right? So you can put them in the film strip and they can be your pictures. So cute. There's a tag die that I don't know what this is, honestly, but to do with film, but it must be a thing because it's got like notched corners. It's got 3 lines here on the left and a circle on the right, and then like a tag shape at the top, but I do not know what that is to do with film. Maybe it's just one piece of film. I don't know. Probably one piece of film. I don't know. But it has a die that matches it that looks just like a tag, and it cuts a little hole in the top. So that can just be a tag if you need a greeting tag. There's a couple of circles that are going to cut out these circular images for the shutters. There's this one. I'm not sure, but it's a big round, it's a big 1.5 inch circle, but there's a hole in the middle of it. So it's like a thick 3/8 inch circle with a tab on it and then a hole in the middle. And I'm sure that has to do with the cover of the camera or something. Probably, I'm thinking you can take a lot of these die cut pieces and build a camera without stamping. right? I need to see somebody else needs to do this. There's, of course, a square to cut out those square images. Again, a circle that you can cut out the small camera. So, and then the film strip, which has 3 squares in it, the little holes on the sides, and like a tab at the bottom to hold your film strip by, right? It's so cute. Let me see if y'all like it. I covered up my comments accidentally. Oh, Cindy wants that last packet. No problem, Cindy. I got you. I'll put your name on it. Or I'll put your name on this sticky note. I'll say plus Cindy. I want to see what y'all think about the film strip. In my opinion, the thing you're trying to figure out could be the media card that goes in the camera, assuming it's a digital camera. Could be Sue. Cindy. That's a good guess. Could be a media card. Makes sense. Because aren't all cameras digital now, right, Sue? Like, even if it's old-fashioned, you probably digital. I don't know. Sounds like a good guess to me. Corinne says cameras on my list. Yes, girl. Of course, I'm going to make cards with this. And maybe scrapbook pages, but it would be great for scrapbooking. It's got words: every day, life's, apostrophe S, love this smile, moments, captured, looking good, and photo op. So, really cute. Okay, so that's capturing smiles. This is my bundle. And then next, Moon and Back. This is a really great kid stamp set. By the way, Rhonda, I just remembered that you commented earlier that I gave you a card idea for a kid card you needed to make, so I'm glad. This is another great set for kids. I don't know. I mean, I think lots of ages could be covered in this. I was going to say, I don't know what age. Actual size on the front there. So we've got this complete circle. This does not have dies. It's a standalone stamp set. A complete circle. It's like the moon, but where only part of it is lit up, I guess. So it's a complete line circle and then a sliver of the planet or moon. So it's dark on that side with little circles etched out of it. Little moon surface things, I think. Right? Moon and Back. So it's got to be the moon. There's a super cute little, the circle is 2 1/4. There's a super cute little 1-inch astronaut. So he's got a string going up to his helmet where he's connected to whatever. And it's literally like a astronaut costume. You can't see the face. It looks like glass, but it's solid inking. So you stamp it in gray or whatever if you want him. And it's tiny, little 1-inch. Super cute, like smushed down, like cartoonish. Super cute. Okay, we've got these almost perfect circles, but not exactly, images about 1.5 to 1 3/4, where within the circle says love you to the moon and back, and you're out of this world. Then we've got regular greetings, happy birthday 3-2-1, blast off, exclamation mark. There's a very small little less than 3/4 of an inch space shuttle. I think, are those called space shuttle? Maybe it's not. It's like a part of a space shuttle. I don't know. There's a circle planet with the ring around it, just outline that's like 1/2 inch. There's a small solid half moon. There's an outline star. These are like 1/4 inch or so. And I think that's a heart image, but it's a super skinny solid heart. Very skinny. Might be an, I don't know what it is. Might be an arrow, might be a line, might be a heart. And then a little stars and circles background. Okay, so that's Moon and Back. Super cute. In my car, it says MJ. Now I've seen this. I'm better interested. Is that the camera, Xana, or the Moon and Back? They're both cute. But yeah, the camera is so cute. I wanted it, and the truth was it wasn't orderable for a minute. And then it came back, and I said, let me get it now. But I ordered this for a team incentive. I also ordered Far Away landscapes. And so I'm just using their stuff to show it to y'all. This is 3 stamps. They are actual size right here on the front of the package. They're literal landscapes. So we've got, they're very detailed, hand-drawn, pretty landscape images. They are all almost 4 inches long. 1 1/2 inches tall. 4 by 1 1/2. So we've got like a, I don't know, I'm the worst person to describe these. I don't know what kind of land you call this, but there's like spruce trees on the right, a few, then like a stream going down the middle, curved, and then on the left you got other kind of trees that are round on top, and 2 deer, one head down, one head up, but just the silhouette of the deer, very tiny, tiny. And then lots of like grass and ground details, a couple of bushes, mountains in the back, and clouds above that. So you can obviously paint or color all that in. It's going to look gorgeous, or you could do it monochromatic. The next scene is like a beach. These are, again, oh my gosh, these are like, the style is like someone with really good skills drew it realistic. So it's a drawing. Anyway, beach. So we got on the right, the sand, one like little wooden beach chair. Hold on. An alarm went off because I was supposed to be done with this video by now. And then behind that is like rocks, and it kind of goes up like a hill, whatever. Got a little foliage and trees on that part. Then the water, lines for the water, and a tiny little sailboat in the far distance, and clouds and birds. Okay. Then the last one is like a farm. It's a farm. So in the far distance, you got a house, a little mill thing, maybe a barn. These are tiny. Very undetailed mounds that can be trees or what do you call those? Bushes or whatever. And then there's a fence going across the front, grass in front of the fence, and then another side of the fence. And in there are just lines, which represent whatever's growing there. So, and clouds, if I didn't say that. Faraway landscapes. I can't remember if it was in the online store where this is for sale or somewhere else, but I saw a really nice sample with this, and I was like, this isn't really what I would normally get for myself. I was like, maybe I need that because it looks so good, whatever that sample was. I'll have to find it again. I wonder if the large sentiment fits in the moon image. Oh my gosh, MJ. Of course. That's why it's weird shaped. 1 1/4. Yes, girl. So smart. Yes, by my measurements, both of these would fit in the moon. That's why there's a giant space there. Hello, Jennifer. You know, good job, MJ. So Love You to the Moon and Back is partially circular because the left side is a little flattened out so it can fit in there. Your Out of This World is a little more uniform shape, but I think it's still probably flattened out on that side so it can fit in there. I don't want to peel off any of those stamps since I'm going to give this away. I guess you could put the guy on there too. Maybe that blank space is for any of the stuff we want to put in there, right? Good job, y'all. Good job. Okay, Barbecue Master. Check it out. This is a bundle that I got for, this is actually a team prize for listening to my business training that I do weekly. And then they all go into a drawing if they listen. They don't have to. And they're entered to win a bundle. And this is the one for this time. Actual size on the front here, Barbecue Master. It is 14 stamps. There's a large, like old-fashioned round grill. It's open. It's solid. No need to color anything in on this one. And so the grill's open. Then there's some, what is this, like hot dog or link sausage kind of image you could put on the grill. A kebab. Is that what those are called? Kebab. It's a stick with vegetables on it. Mushroom, tomato, slices of something, and onion. You can put that on the grill. There's a fire, a little thing of fire. You can put on the grill. The grill is 3 inches tall by almost 2. There is a bottle of sauce. Looks like hot sauce to me. What do y'all think? Hot sauce bottle. The blank label on the front. There's what's that thing called? You put on your hand so you don't get burned, with a grid, like a check pattern on it. No need to color. And then there's 3 tools, a spatula, tongs, and like a fork thing with 2 prongs on it. I think I said them all. And then the sausage is like the sausage is like 2 little sausages. Oh my gosh, you can make a hamburger from these dies. I did not look at this close enough in the online store. Okay, then we've got words. Happy Father's Day. You're flippin' awesome. To the Grill Master. Happy birthday. And then a large grillin' and chillin'. Super cute. Okay, then this bundle, the dies. Oh my gosh. I kind of need this for myself now. I didn't think I did. That's why I bought it for the prize. But now I think I need it. Because I didn't look at this close in the book. You can die cut out the stamped images, but forget those. You can die cut out a shrimp, a tomato, a piece of something right there. Try not to make this blurry. I don't know if that's meat or what, but it's like a small little thing with lines on it. A mushroom, onion slice, sausage. I don't know what this is. What is this? Bun, lettuce, meat, bottom bun, I think. Standalone, tongs, shish kebab stick thing. I'm assuming that's the stamped one, and the stamped one for those other tools. And of course, you can die cut out the grill. Pretty amazing. What do y'all think? Do we like this? MJ says, so awesome. Do we like it? How many people? I'm like, is anybody still here? Oh my gosh. I need this. I need it. This is a good one. Okay, but that's a prize. So everybody in the team, make sure y'all watch these business trainings. Y'all know how to be entered. It's optional though, of course. Demonstrators can buy this bundle now. And customers can buy it March 3rd, I think. Whatever I said. The first Tuesday in March. Okay, last but not least is this paper. It is, and there's more even still that I haven't purchased, but as far as what we, what I have ordered. This paper is a wonderful match, 12 by 12, basic black, garden green, granny apple green, shaded spruce. It is soccer themed, 100%. Oh, let me take that off the screen. That'll help. Okay. Oh, there we go. I messed from the video. Okay, so 12 by 12. You've got one of those sheets that has a bunch of images you can cut apart. These ones in the middle here are 5 by 4, 4 by 5. There's 3 of those. Black and white jersey, shirt, whatever they're called, soccer ball, and soccer shoes. Black with white drawn on it like a soccer play, I guess. It's a field and then like lines and X's and arrows and all that. And then a green background, shaded spruce background with a black and white soccer ball and shoes. I don't know if they call it, I think it's cleats, but you know, I'm not a sports person at all. Okay, so there's those. Then at the bottom, we have 3 by 3 squares. Again, cut apart. There's a black one with a black and white medal on it, just a blank medal, so it can be for whoever, whatever. A white one with black, again, cleats, shoes on it. A granny apple green one with a white trophy on it with a white star on there. And then a white one with a black clock, like a hand, what is that called? Watch. I'm sure it's a stopwatch, yeah. And a whistle. And then at the top, these are in a tag shape, so you would have to cut the corners of the tag at the top. They're 4 inches by 2.5, maybe a little less than 2.5, 2 3/8. We got just a black and white like pattern that looks like a soccer ball, but it also looks like a bathroom tile pattern. Green top, green and dark green stripes with a black top. The top is like the tag part. A white one with a black trophy on it with a different shape, not a star where the emblem goes. A triangle type emblem with the green leafy things on. I mean, they're not green, they're black because it's black and white with the leafy things on either side, and green top. Vertical green stripes of skinnier different colors with white in there, and a black top, and then a black one with white soccer balls printed all over it in an even pattern, just little bitty little bigger than 1/4 inch soccer balls, and green top. Okay, there's that one. Pretty cool, huh? Let me go back to comments. Barbecue, the square die is cheese. Martha, the one I was talking about was like a, oh, it shows it right here. I guess that is cheese. She's right. But it's sort of a square. But yeah, okay. If you just look at this picture, that helps. You got bun, cheese, meat, lettuce, bun. Good job. And I think I didn't say, but I think these are pickles, and they're a standalone pickle die. I probably called it something else or forgot about it. Anyway, thank you, Martha. Good job. Okay. Sorry. Back to soccer. What's on the back of this one? It's white. I mean, it's all black, solid black with the white arrows and X's and dotted lines and X's to give your plays, I guess. Soccer play, I'm assuming. Then here's a green one with the white X's and O's and arrows all over it, so you can do your play. And then the back of that is a net. It's a black, solid black background. This is none of that distressed stuff. Solid black with a even grid of about a 1/4 inch grid all over it, but it's drawn so that it looks like a net. This is a solid garden green background with white soccer balls, of course, with the black detail on them, black and white soccer balls. A little less than 3/4 of an inch. They're evenly spaced, perfectly spaced all over this page. I have no clue if any of these fit the dies because I don't have the bundle. Obviously, with the World Cup coming, this is going to be perfect, by the way, if you're into that, or your kids play soccer, or your friends and family and spouses play soccer, all the stuff. Okay, this is a solid black background with white trophies all over it. There's and medals with the ribbon that goes around the neck. They're just about 1 inch tall, and they're evenly, like it's perfectly evenly spaced like a pattern, but also you can hand cut them out. White sheet, solid white with black and white images all over it. There is a scarf, the shoes, trophies, a whistle, a stopwatch. I think I said them all. They're all spaced apart so you can hand cut them out, or again, if they fit the dies, I don't know. But you can hand cut them out for sure, or they make a good background. Also, if you're a fan of Ted Lasso, this is a great bundle for you, right? This is a Ted Lasso bundle also, or designer paper or sweet, whatever. Okay, the back is green, granny apple green with a white net all over it that's slightly larger than that other net. This is about 3/8 inch squares, but even, you know, just the squares, hand drawn. Okay, this is a sheet that you could cut up into 4 inch by 3 inch rectangles. And then each one has the soccer field, a white soccer field on it, like the outline of it, perfectly straight lines, like a computer generated soccer field, right? But each one has a different background. Granny apple green and shaded through stripes, dark green, garden green, etc. There is a little bit of speckle in some of these greens on this one, but not a lot of distressing in this set. Okay. Then the back is just that, like the pattern of a soccer ball all over. It is not a soccer ball. It is the pattern of a soccer ball all over the whole sheet, black and white, about 3/8 inch. You know, what are these? 1, 2, 3 hexagons. Really pretty, black and white, but it is soccer. Okay, this one's green and white. Green and green stripes. They are 1/2 inch thick. They have the speckle in them, and granny apple green, and then garden green, I believe. And the back is all numbers. It's white with black numbers all over it. A couple of different types of fonts. One is a solid one. One is more, I don't know what you call these, but more squared off numbers with an outline or a border on the inside and outside of the number. All different sizes. The largest is about 1 1/4 inches tall. The smallest is about a 1/2 inch tall. Yeah. So that's the soccer paper. I think it's perfect timing if you're into soccer, for any of the reasons, but especially with the World Cup coming, I think it's perfect timing that Stampin' Up! Released it. There is a great bundle and stuff that goes with it, so you can check that out. And I hope this has been interesting. If you wanted to see more of the new stuff and see it before you buy it kind of deal, hopefully it helped. If y'all have any questions on anything, let me know. Don't forget about today's class, free with purchase or for sale also. 2 ways to get it, basically. Info on the blog, stamptherapist.com right now, stamptherapist.com. And any other questions, just let me know. You can email me, text me, Facebook message me, all the stuff. And I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you next week. I will be making my weekly, or monthly card class next week, which I don't even know what that's going to be yet. But we'll find out, won't we? All right, everyone have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye. Thanks, Corinne.